This is Paul. Yeah. Just get me the actual notaries everywhere in the United States. Yes. Their sworn oath of office and their actual training. Yes. And then the applications for marriage certificates, and then those that needed their marriage certificate, they needed a certified copy of it. I went online because I found out about the availability of changing my divorce decree. Yes. And there's this statistics that they keep. Yeah, I put an Excel spreadsheet on the actual war crimes. Yes. I think the statistics in the state of Washington are wrong. Yes, because I didn't get notice of the dissolution of marriage hearings. I'm going to have to sue the state for refusing to enforce forgery laws, fraud laws, kidnapping laws, and then I'm going to sue you because I can't change my driver's license without gaining 30 pounds and losing 2 inches. Now, it's probably one of these very complex lawsuits, yes, that involves a seal of a notary, yes, and then the wedding date. Oh, yes, and the phone number. Ooch. In fact, why don't we just run through the phone numbers of all of those that applied to be married for the last 30 years? Yeah. Now, copy a request form of a marriage certificate. It becomes a little more involved getting a copy of a United Nations marriage certificate. Yes. And since I wanted to divorce my wife and I wanted custody of my sons, yes. There's these obtained in person, order by mail, name change after marriage. Yeah. I'd like Heidi to change back to any of the four names that she had before she married me. Yes. Inclusive of bowling. Yes. Now, name change after marriage to assume the new last name, obtain certified copies of your marriage certificate. They have what's known as a state driver's license. Obviously, I can't get copies of it if I can't get a license. My social security card I still have with me, but the passport, Mike still has that? Yes. I'd like to speak to Marilyn about getting my passport back. Yes. Now, this idea that you're obstructing me from talking to her? Yes. And then this idea that she is still married to Mike Van Proyen? Poop. This is how you do things in Clallam County. If I was to call Marilyn, yes, Marilyn Lee would probably answer the phone. And then she'd badmouth me and say, well, would you please stop mentioning my name as if she were Marilyn? And then I'd say, well, you're not actually the woman that I want to talk to. You look like her, but you are not her. Mhm. Now, it'd be better if Marilyn, contacted me, yes, and she brought my passport with her. Ooh. And then she could give me permission to get all my personal items. Yes. See, when Mike texted me, yes, do not contact Mike or myself because Marilyn is in agreement with this. I thought somebody had taken over her life. Yes, he did. Now, this total certified copies ordered King County marriage records. Yes. Let's see, name, address, zip code, certificate, sort of request form, email, should questions. Why don't we just go through the email addresses too? Because there's the availability of getting a copy of the actual marriage certificate. Now, Mike probably has all of Marilyn's personal information, and Meryl Lee thought that she was married to Mike when she wasn't. You had one of those family marriages where he manufactured you. Yes. And you were there to help him come to find out whenever he wanted to communicate. If I was to think of all of those that were actually at the marriage of Mike and Marilyn when they got married, I'd subpoena all of them and have.